Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome to the final game of today's live streaming session. My name is Michael Greaves Mackintosh. You join us live for the Welsh Championships 2016. The final game streaming live from day 2. And the game we are bringing to you, James Pougher, who has the hammer in the first end. There you see him at the bottom of your screen. His team go against the rink of Dawn Watson, who we haven't met yet. Once again, thank you very much indeed for joining us. Definitely one blue at the moment. Both teams won their last game. That's okay. We will meet the teams when we start the second end officially. James Pougher has asked for the takeout though at hack weight. Let's see. It's offline. That's unlucky. Yeah, so far it's been an interesting tournament, to say the least, actually. None of the games that I have commentated on I predicted in advance, put it that way. So please do watch them again, they're all available. Without ads as well, which is unusual for a YouTube channel. It's a nice guard stone. So this should be I could be wrong. James Pougher. This is James Pougher. Whether it's his first stone or his second stone, that's where I may become a cropper. I was so fixated on trying to decide who had the hammer that I totally missed the beginning of the first end. I apologise. James Pougher, though. Unfortunately, missing that takeout. Guarding that blue. That's well played. And now we should be in sync. This is James Pougher's final stone of this, the first end. Obviously very early days. Only down by one at the moment. Ooh, needs to draw in. Is it drawing enough? That's the question. Not quite. We say good afternoon officially to Laura Beaver, who is the vice skip for Dawn Watson's rink. Let's see, we can't pick anything up from her delivery. All is well. One up at the moment. Ah, well. Apologies, that was Dawn Watson. Here's me thinking that I'm in sync. Right, let's start that again. Charlotte Meikle now. The lead for Dawn Watson. That's well played. We say good afternoon once again to Martin Lloyd, who is the lead for James Pougher's team. Now he's given the signal, back ring weight. It's the right weight, but unfortunately the line has suffered. That's unlucky, Martin. Charlotte Meikle for her final stone of this, the second. James Pougher gliding forward to sweep behind the tee. Doesn't need to though, doesn't make it far past the tee. That's well played by Charlotte. Now, this is Martin Lloyd and his final stone. Let's see if he can pull it back, if you redeem himself. By tapping back. James Pougher seems to like where the stone is going. He's every reason to. It's going to hit one. That's well played. Emily Sandwith. Let's see what she can add to this end. Take the red away, I'd imagine. It's a beautiful delivery. Just gliding. That's perfect. That's well played. Emily Sandwith. Luke Mayers now, the second player for James Pougher. And it is Pougher, by the way. Not Pougher or goodness knows what I said at the start of the day. I have checked it out. And it is straight out of the hack. Goodness me, I don't think I've ever seen a stone being thrown so quickly. That's a straight hit. It's got an edge of it though. That's well played. Emily Sandwith now. Dawn choosing to draw instead of take it out. Sitting third shot at the moment. Emily Stone. Luke Mayers now. I'd imagine, yes. I'd imagine take blue. Needs to stay though. Let's have a look. Here's Luke. That's a takeout weight. Now, will the line be okay? It looks okay. Don't need a lot of adjustment there. Well, I said it looks okay. It was drifting. As I was saying it looks okay. That's unlucky by Luke there. Laura Beaver now. Thankfully, now that I know how to pronounce the some of the more Welsh-sounding names, I can sound like I know what I'm doing. Here's Laura Beaver. Let's have a look. Let's see. What can Laura do? A vice skip for Dawn Watson. I'm not entirely sure a centerline guard was called, but if it was, that's perfect. I'm just having a look at the delay. It's very delayed, it's not on the delay screen yet. But if a centerline guard was called, that's perfect. Simon Pougher now. Not James Pougher at all. I shall fix the computer graphic. Okay, we should have the computer graphic all fixed. James Pougher now. Not a bad stone. Happy with that. If Dawn can... I was going to say if Dawn can take out the red stone in the centre, but it would have to draw. That's why Dawn is standing there with the brush the way it is. Yes, that's looks like the correct line. Stone has been released. Now if this can draw and hopefully get to the red in the centre, that would be ideal. Let's see if the line looks okay. Needs to draw though. It's staying out unfortunately. But that's a nice wick. Goodness me. James Pougher. Sitting one at the moment. I say one at the moment, this is his final stone. Assuming I'm in sync. So one for sure. James Pougher. Here he is. One for sure, don't forget, needs to draw. Bear in mind, people that have tried that line today, it hasn't drawn as much. Needs to stop, it's not going to stop. That's one red. Bringing the score level to end 3. Okay, as we start the third end, 1-1. So he could virtually start the game again now. Martin Lloyd. Just needs to draw, but doesn't need to be in the house. Ideally, it would be better if he wasn't in the house. That way, Dawn couldn't take the stone out immediately. Needs to stop. Yes, that's good. Well played. Charlotte Meikle now. Who I assume is Adrian's daughter. Adrian Meikle, who we've already met today. That's okay. That's well played, Charlotte. Stone has been released. Martin Lloyd's final stone of this, the third. Let's see. Can afford to be in the house now. That's in the house. Is it going to go straight through though? No, it's going to stop beautifully just past the tee line. Instead of sweeping that, Dawn was applauding it. So that just shows you. She was applauding it because now she's going to ask Charlotte to do back ring weight. I say back ring because the brush wasn't being brushed at the tee line, so I assume it's back weight. Thankfully, it's not important whether I know the signal, as long as Charlotte does. Needs to draw. Now unlucky. Didn't miss it by a lot there. Luke Mayers. Oh, and by the way, just while we wait for Luke to take his first stone of this, the third, that last game with Adrian Mayers, when he missed that open house takeout in the third end, I went up to him and I said, you know, I hope I wasn't too critical. And he's like, no, I haven't checked it right. I haven't checked it yet, but you were probably right. Shouldn't have missed that. So, I've checked with the relevant people. That's well played by Luke. I didn't think I was too critical, but it's always good to check. I don't usually miss those, he said. He's trying to entertain. That was the explanation that he gave. Didn't pull him up about texting or emailing on ice, though. I thought that would be a bit too much. Emily Sandwith. I don't think Emily could see enough of the stone to take both out. It'd be nice if it could draw and sit. Line looks okay. No, not quite. Opened it up though, that's okay. Now if Luke can somehow draw to the button for his final stone. There he is. Hasn't taken it yet. Just going through his pre-shot ritual. Straight line, that's nice. James Pougher can't hear from one end to the other. Can't decide whether he wants to sweep or not. Now the sweepers have been called on. Put the guard back in, protect the two. That's the psychology of it. Yes, Luke, that's well played. Now I know how to pronounce the Powers name. I can say with gusto that is well played, Luke Powers. Emily Sandwith. Take out. It has been called. Dawn is patting her shoulder. She either wants, I think, I wouldn't necessarily be able to see the two shots, so I would assume take the guard off is the call to Emily. That's a beautiful delivery. No wasted movement. Level with the stone. Get the guard. Oh, dearie me. That was a bit of a mistake. Unlucky, Emily. Looked good. Line looked good. It just drifted. Guard, yes. James Pougher. Please guard. Now, James and Simon are related. I didn't ask them how. I thought that would be a bit too intrusive, really. You want to know a lot, but you don't want to know what they had for breakfast. Do you know what I mean? You want to keep a level. Here's Simon Pougher. Credit to James, though. He was the man that explained to me the ins and outs of how this tournament works and how the national team, had to sort of split into 2 or 3 different teams to try and pad this tournament out and make it fair. Yep. He was very modest. You know, he said if it was the national team, we'd expect to win. Then any national team would expect to win. Here's Laura Beaver, the vice skip for Dawn Watson. Can Laura see enough of the stone to somehow go through the gap and sit? Now Dawn is pacing forward. The stone has it been released yet? No. They're still discussing. What handle should I do? And now Dawn's standing in a totally different spot. So Laura's obviously changed her mind of which handle she'd prefer. Again, a very steady delivery. No wasted movement. In line with the stone. This is a bit pacey. Hold on. It's going to get one guard away. Wow. I say one guard away. What it's actually done is created another shot for James Pougher. I'd imagine guard just at the front of the blue. Curling novices, and I know you're still out there, by the way. You're trying to watch something else, but you've stumbled upon this. I'm not judging. The brush is put where the skip would like you to aim for. It doesn't necessarily mean where the stone... In fact, it doesn't mean where the stone is going to end up. Yes, guard. Just needs to be over the hog, which it is. That's fine. That's absolutely fine as tactics go. Laura's second chance now. Unfortunately, her last stone took the guard and promoted that red that Dawn wants Laura to take out. The stone is away. Dawn seems to like it, waving the sweepers on. Oh, unfortunately the line's not quite there again. Wow. Unlucky. Yes, I'd imagine Jamie would just like to fill the front of the house up with guards. Make it virtually impossible for Dawn to access the house. It's the equivalent of putting a sort of chain-wide fence or barbed-wire fence around your actual house, then asking a friend if they could access the back door key. I mean, you know, if you put all the obstacles in place, the theory is that the opponent will not be able to get to the house. It really is as simple as that. Guardstone fills the gap. Thank you very much indeed. Take the 3, move on. But the end's not over yet. Well played by James Pougher. What can Dawn do now? Well, it would need to draw considerably, but can she promote the front blue? Because you know that James is going to guard whatever happens next. You just know that. Yeah, that's what Dawn's looking at. Just try and hit the blue in the centre of the house. Well, not in the centre of the house, at the front of the house. Dead on, hit it straight, level. The cheering you're hearing is actually a works night out. I've done my research. It's a Christmas, and I'm not joking you, it's a Christmas night out. I have highlighted that it's March, and they are trying curling. Apparently it worked wonderfully last year, and they are back. So they're on a few sheets to the left-hand side as you look at it. Now, the circles that I put down is the line I imagine Dawn wants to take. Ideally. I just hope it's not Fool's Paradise. It would make me look a lot better if the sword actually, if the shot worked as I think it should. Let's have a look. Now it needs to draw past the first guard to have a chance here. Doesn't need to be super heavy. That's better. Yes. Yes. It may hit the first guard. No. Hold on. Unlucky. Unlucky. Unfortunately, it's not stopping. Well, it's very unlucky, Dawn. Dawn Watson now with a valiant effort to try and promote her stone. Now, Dawn has final stone coming up in the next 30 seconds. I'd imagine James... Yes, I'd imagine James would probably guard here, take the 3, move on. It would be insanity to try anything else. I mean, goodness me. The whole idea of curling, you know, I can say this without, you know, fear of being sort of persecuted, but the whole idea of curling is to make it very difficult for your opponent in whatever way. So if you eliminate the opportunity, it's not there at all. And yes, there's the sportsmanship, but on a game level, you know. So if James can guard here, just anywhere in the front of the house, it'll be very sort of difficult for Dawn to get to. Take the 3. It was 2, but unfortunately Dawn's vice skip promoted a 3rd stone. Now, can Laura see a way in here? It would be wonderful if she could. As I've said before, and I will say it again, in every curling game that I have the privilege to commentate over, I have no loyalties to the team whatsoever. I usually meet them on the day, wish them both the best of luck, and send them on their way. So there's no favourites in this game. They're all very nice people. All in the game for different reasons. Some are more competitive than others, and those who say they're not competitive are usually liars. Dawn Watson having a discussion with Laura. How can I... Yep, the draw is there. That is, in sign language terms, what Laura is saying to Dawn. The draw is there. You've got last stone, go for it. Now, there's no time limit. Usually in a European or Worlds, you have a sort of well, a countdown clock, really. Just like the television show that counts you down. I think it's like a minute or a minute and a half, or 30 seconds. Don't know, never been, but I know it happens where a player must take the stone. In this one, as it's a social / semi-competitive tournament, there is no sort of shot time limit. Right, now, why? Just, why is Dawn asked Laura to put the brush there? Wouldn't it be easier to stand to the left-hand side as you look at it and draw through the port? I mean, good luck, Dawn. Quick discussion with the team. I think we might lose a 3 in this end, girls. Nevertheless, I'll give it my best shot. Let's have a go. Let's see. Dawn Watson leading her team. Let's see. Does this change anything? Unlucky. 3 red. To be perfectly honest with you, there wasn't a lot that Dawn could have done there. The guards were in such a place that, you know, sometimes you just gotta take the loss. But at least it's I say only. At least it's only a 3. Dawn Watson retains the hammer, going into the 4th end. James Pougher's team, 4 shots, and yes, Dawn Watson and her ink, 1 shot to the good. So we will not be hearing from Granny this game. I know it's getting closer to Mother's Day, but, you know, Granny in game terms is different from Grandma, by the way. Grandmas are very respectable. Grannies in curling terms, it's a bitter pill to swallow. You get the idea. Charlotte is getting ready. Charlotte Meikle. In fact, forget getting ready. I think she's taken the stone already. Has she? Yes, there it is. Too much coffee, Michael. You're too much on the ball. That's okay. That's well played. Nice weight. Stops. Perfect. James will try and sweep that behind the tee, but that was stopping. Come up to it is the call. Martin Lloyd will see that. Let's see if Martin can translate or transfer. No, I think translate. Translate's the better expression. From what he sees to what he does. It's going to be tight. It's going to catch the guard. Yeah, unlucky. Charlotte Meikle. And he has to draw in from the other side now. It's like, again, it's a very graceful delivery. You do get some deliveries that you look and you think, oh goodness, they're going to fall. And then you get some, it's just like sort of watching a ballet. Doesn't need to take it out, doesn't need to take it out. Lovely. That's well played. And immediately, Dawn Watson's team, well, they're coming back. So far in the end, 2 shots to the good, all is well. Luke Mears. yes, this was always going to be the game of the day. When Adrian and I had a discussion this morning, I said, of all the games that you want me to stream today, which is the one that you want me to not perk up a little bit, but which is the one that you'd really want to see as a viewer? And he said, Watson Pougher. If they win their first games, which they did. So yes, so whatever the leaders in the various fields, in this case the Welsh Curling Association, says, we do. Whichever games they say we stream, we do. Emily Sandwith, again being asked to draw. One for sure. One in a possible measure, I'd imagine. Unless my eyes are failing me. The stone has been released, coming into shot now. Just needs to sit on that. Easy. Easy. Had too much for lunch. Too much weight. I mean, I think people are forgetting, these players in particular have sort of travelled from all over the country, not necessarily just Wales. So far, they've played, I think, 4 games or 5 games. I've covered 2 sessions live. And each of those sessions has only had a 15-minute interval. It's a very quick turnaround. It's the sort of Heathrow of curling, like one of those travel shows. Yes, that's well played. It's going to tap the blue back. Lovely. So yeah, so up to 10 end games with a 15-minute interval. Try it. It's like doing jumping jacks after a roast dinner. Unless you're used to it, it's not really something that you'd enjoy, really. For fear of the consequences. Emily Sandwith and her final stone. Looks okay, it's past the guards, that's good. Needs to draw a bit more, possibly hit the red on the inside. Brace. That's good, that's well played. That is the shot so far. The turn of the vice skips now. This is Simon Pougher. And imagine, yeah, just follow that stone in, as we say in the wheelchair game. It's a good test of attention, that, actually. If your opponent plays a brilliant stone and then the skip goes, could you just follow that in? And in some cases, you go, sorry, I was listening to music. What happened? Sorry, I was texting, I don't encourage that, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, past the guard, followed it in. Fabulous. Second shot now. T-weight. That's the call from Dawn to Laura. Maybe a bit less ice, Dawn. A bit further to the right-hand side. There we go. There's no communication. We're on different levels of the building. But it makes all the difference. It's changing where you aim. Thus changing the shot. Let's see. Yes, it's past the guard. That's better. Lovely. Sweepers are sweeping like mad. That's okay. That's fine. That leaves an opportunity in the future. Dawn has last rock in this end. Now, James has seen that. Follow it in. At the risk of repeating myself, now he's giving slightly more ice than Dawn did. Simon Pougher. This could be counterproductive. Hitting the blue, yes, I'm unlucky. Now I can't quite see from the camera angle, if I'm really honest with oneself. Laura, now what can Laura do here? I think if Dawn gives slightly more ice than her last shot, yeah, she wants it to draw in or wick off. Yeah, so aim for the red and hope that if you hit an inside edge of the red, the stone will then roll. It is actually called a wick. Well, I'm not making words up. I'm adapting from the wheelchair game. That's all I know, unfortunately. Let's have a go. Let's see. Oh, that could be tight. Oh, it's fine. Oh, hold on. Good weight. Lovely weight. That's okay. Yes. Well, that deserves an action replay. Laura Beaver there. High fives all around, and rightfully so. Yes, that was brilliant. Let's see. I'm sure Jamie won't mind if we sacrifice his first stone, depending on the delay. Let's see. Right, this is the action replay of Laura Beaver's shot that changed the game. I'm also watching the live feed. I'll tell you if anything changes, but just watch this stone here. This is Laura Beaver, the replay of Laura's stone. Watch this, past the guard, keeps going, gets a little wick off the front blue and ends up beautifully. Now, back to live play. James Pougher. Now you see it. It's still there, but it's moved. That's well played by James. Virtually the same shot, using the red, looking for that wick once again. It's like hitting a ball off the cushion in snooker. You're looking for the momentum of the stone. Hit one area and roll. Hit and roll, or a wick. I suppose hit and roll is probably better for commentating purposes. Looking for the hit and roll here, I'd imagine. One up so far. Two wouldn't go amiss. Let's see. Dawn Watson. That's okay. Minimal sweeping. That's fine. Yep. Remember, Dawn has last stone in this end, so there is one more opportunity for Dawn to try and capitalise. Now James has seen the big gap to the right-hand side. That wonderful eureka moment of we're following a stone in, we're following it in. Wait a minute. What if we recreate that shot from the other side? It requires, believe it or not, this shot, no disrespect to James, probably requires less effort than if James was to play the same shot from the left-hand side as you look at it. Because there is more of a gap, but it needs to draw. Ice conditions can change as long as it passes the first, well, area of guards, which are in effect James's own guards, part of his team. Take responsibility, Skip. That's what I always say. For the good stones, the bad stones, the stones that never make it, always take responsibility. Stone has been released. It's either a draw away or James has seen something he wants to take out, because goodness me. That's a draw away, right, okay. I don't think height has anything to do with curling. Yes, needs to keep going. Right, now it's not the shot. And all Dawn can do is add to her total. A grand total of 1 at the moment. Keep the game interesting. Take the 1, reduce it from 4-1 to 4-2, and move on. There's no other, well, I say there's always a way, but I can't see an obvious way. Just draw. Sometimes discussion is needed, sometimes not. Okay, Dawn Watson with her final stone of this, the 4th end of a possible 10. I mean, nobody's told me it's 8. I'd imagine it's 10. It's a tournament. The stone is away. Now that's a very slow moving stone. Yes, no, it's fine. Take the 1. 1 blue. And we move on. Now, the question is, did Dawn throw that shot? Probably. Throw meaning throw it away, as opposed to throw it effectively. The way the stones were lying, just take the 1, move on, without, because there's every chance that Dawn could have hit the red. Probably the right thing to do. Charlotte Meikle leading her team. Literally. First one out of the blocks. Gliding out of the hack, if you will. There we go. Do you think James is asking? did you throw that stone? In Dawn's defence, she didn't hog the stone. The stone still got over the line. Ah, well, Martin Lloyd and his team still 2 shots to the good in the game so far. This halfway point, the 5th end. If it is an 8-10 game and nobody said anything, we are past the halfway point. Either way, we're there or thereabouts. James waves the sweepers off. That's well played. Centreline guard. Needs to stay out. That's well played, Charlotte. Oh, it's coming in now. Perhaps with the sweeper's help it may have got past, but that's okay. We will never know. Martin Lloyd for his final stone. Yeah, just try and drill the button from the left-hand side as you look at it. Yes. It's in. Is it in the house? Yes, indeed. That is the shot so far. Quick hop, skip and a jump. Emily Sandwith, I would have thought, probably, do you think you can take the red from there, Emily? Centre ice, yep. Yes. Wonderful. Well played. Told you could do it. Luke Mayers. Let's have a look. Let's see now. I'd imagine, James, as long as you don't go through the gap, you can hit one either side. Take your pick. But if it goes through the gap and right through the house, that's fool's paradise, unfortunately. Luke was the man who did a hop, skip and a jump after the... he was. After the first stone. Oh, dear me. Well. Sorry, Luke. I think I've cursed that for you. Never mind. As long as you don't go through the gap, and then James, yeah, goes through the gap. Emily Sandwich. Her team line 2 in the end so far. It's important to stress that. Always, always, always play the numbers, even in the 5th end. Doesn't need to be overly heavy. Just needs to stay in the centre. It's well played. If it can tuck in a bit more, it's fine. Alright, try again, Luke. I won't say anything this time. And if you execute this shot, who knows, maybe I'll sort of hop, skip and jump in return. Same ice. Better. It's got one. It's okay. That's fine. Imagine if Laura can just put the stone back. Anywhere in the house. Really doesn't matter where. I'm sure Dawn would be equally pleased. Anywhere in the house, Laura. Guard is fine. Well, it has to be fine now. There's no stones with jetpacks attached yet, so we just have to accept whatever there is. Whatever happens, happens. That's well played. It's a guard of sorts. Simon Pougher needs a bit of power to get rid of this blue. Certainly where James has got the brush. As I say that, James moves the brush. I thought we had a sign language agreement. That's okay though. Yes, fine, lovely, well played. Not a lot you can say about that. Can Laura see enough of it though? That's the question. Unfortunately, it is the guard that Laura put there. That guard at the front is Laura's first stone. I don't wish to dwell on the point. I am developing my sort of short-term memory, what happened with the first stone and second stone. Just saying what I see, unfortunately. Laura, here we go. Laura Beaver. It's going to catch the guard again. Oh, hang on, hang on. Well, that's lucky. Averted danger there. Avoided danger. That could have been costly. Never mind. Not a lot you can do about it now. Simon Pougher. Anywhere in the house, as long as it... I say beats, as long as it advances. That's a more well-educated way of saying it, isn't it? James seems to think it's wide. Very wide. It's not very wide, it just needs to have a bit of weight to it. Even with the sweepers, it's dying out. That's okay. Guarded the one. No, what I was trying to say is, as long as the redstone as it was finishes anywhere closer to the centre than the blue, that would count as a shot. But until then, it is one red for the moment. Now, this is deja vu, isn't it? Dawn Watson looking to open her campaign of End 5. Open her account of her 2 shots. Let's see how she spends them. It's almost the same shot as the previous end. You want to try and draw through the gap. Dawn doesn't have last stone in this end, remember. See if we can catch any conversation. No, quick line. Looks like the same shot to me, ladies. Same again. Sweep hard. It's only one this time, though. It's not 2 or 3. So, we're moving in the right direction. That would be the team psychology. Dawn Watson. Her first stone of this, the 5th end. Laura seems to like it. Oh, unfortunately, it's going to catch their own guard. Right. Oh, goodness me. Well, that has opened up a possible opportunity for James now. We've went from a relatively complex shot. No disrespect to James here, but to a relatively simple one. The gap is bigger. Leaves the opportunity there for James to draw and sit for 2. And an easy shot is an easy shot until it goes wrong. So I'm not tempting fate. I have already once this end. Apologies to Luke. It was his shot. The infamous, as long as it doesn't go through the port. And it did. Let's see. Where's the legs gone in that, James? Obviously. Obviously looking to protect the 1, which is fine, but there was a gap there to draw for 2. Now, is James getting too confident? Or was it all part of a master plan? No, I don't think it was part of a master plan. Looking at James as he glides up the ice, shaking his head. Right, Dawn. Can you see enough of this stone? Because obviously what we see as viewers is different to what you see as a player. You have to see it to be able to hit it. The stone. Okay, Dawn Watson with her final stone. It's the 5th. After this stone, there's not a lot that Dawn can do in this end, apart from watch and wait. Now, yes! Well played, Dawn. Wonderful. So we've went from 1 down to 2 up. And believe it or not, that blue stone is in such a position James would need to rely on his drawing skills here. Get the smaller circle in the bigger, never mind. But no, it would have to draw a considerable amount to get to the blue, take it out and stay. I mean, let's just be honest with ourselves here. But this is what the last stone advantage is designed for. Seriously? No, it's not going to work from there. No, no, no. You've got 1 stone left. This is last drop. What's hitting that stone going to do? No, 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 no. Gentlemen, well, the discussion begins. They've all had some lunch now. My mother was worried. So, there is sort of food to think about. Engaged brain, but yes, that's better. There we go. Stop mucking about, gentlemen. Went from too little ice to too much. Just use the red. Oh no. That, well, no, too little. Honestly, it makes no difference. They can't hear me. That stone is not going to get there unless James has seen a divine path. No. He's went for the hit. He's missed the hit. One blue. The draw was on. It is one blue. Dawn Watson and her team pulling it back. So even without the last stone advantage, Dawn Watson's team went from 4-1 down to 4-3 in the space of 2 ends. So whatever Dawn said to her team, it's worked. Here's Charlotte Meikle. Oh, that's a bit pacey. Oh dear, dear me, Charlotte. Goodness me, that's unlucky. Did it pick up? Did the stone pick something up on the way? Hope not. Just unlucky, I'm afraid. Hypertension or something. All these players have, I think, played 4 games so far. Is that right? Yes. This is their fourth game. It's a lot of curling. Martin Lloyd has an open house to aim for. This looks better. Yes. Charlotte has released her final stone in this, the 6th end. Please don't overcompensate. No, this looks okay. It's going to tap the red back ever so slightly. That's okay, that's fine. Both stones in such a position they can be moved in the future. Oh, goodness me. That was a slip. Just caught the tail end of that, but that wasn't Martin's usual delivery. Has he injured himself? We'll never know. Well, we will if he limps all the way up the ice. No, he threw that away. Something happened there. I hope he hasn't pulled a muscle. People have got seriously injured during curling games, by the way. Seriously injured. And it ruins your confidence. Here's Emily Sandwith. Even in the wheelchair game, there's falls, there's accidents. Well played, Emily. Very nice. Lovely. Now, thankfully, this is Luke Mayer's stone. His shot is coming up. imminently. I'd imagine take the blue, certainly where the brush is. Certainly what James wants Luke to do. Take the blue away. Even if either stone doesn't stay, it would mean that they are one to the good. Oh, hang on. Brace. Yep. As predicted. I'm allowed to get one right a day. Come on. Yes, that's okay. So the red stone is the new shot. Emily Sandwich with her final stone of this, the 6th. Doesn't need to be a heavyweight. Just needs to get somewhere in the house. Yes, that's okay. Luke Mayers with his final stone. As Laura glides up the ice in preparation. It is a glide, by the way. It's not ice skating. Although ice skating and figure skating is very graceful, the curling slide is a whole different thing. Now the hit and roll was called by James. There's the hit. Rolled ever so slightly, but not quite what James anticipated there. Here is Laura. I don't know whether these players are trying to send me up, but if you notice, Laura is wearing a t-shirt with a different name on the back, and I'm sure it's the name of a very prominent curler, but this morning I did check the team sheets for that name, and that name wasn't there. I had to read it again, you know, all in good fun. Probably a lucky charm. Or a sponsor, could be a sponsor. That's another well-played stone by Laura. Yes. As we move on. Simon Pougher. Yes, but in all seriousness, I'm not joking. I did look for that team, that name on the back of Laura's shirt, thinking it was her, I don't know, her married name or something, and I was like, it's not there. I'm new, forgive me. Here's Simon Pougher. At least I'm honest. Yes, that's okay. Hit it square. Lovely. Takeout has been called, rightfully so. As once again, Simon Pougher... Oh, sorry. Was I right? No. Sadly, James Pougher is in a position where he is 3 to the good. This will not help Dawn's chances whatsoever. So Dawn and her team need to get rid of 1, maybe 2 of these. Ideally. That's 1. That's the inside one as well. That's the second shot. So 33.3% of the job done. You know know that James is going to ask Simon to just replicate that shot, take the blue out, sit for 3, start again, because James has the last rock in this end. Play the numbers. Yes, yes. Lovely. Wonderful, well played. Now, can Dawn... Oh, actually, I say well played, it is well played. But the way these stones have ended up, it does leave a straight hit now. Can Dawn see enough of it? If Dawn uses the outside, now you'll notice, because of the way the lighting is here, the name on the back of Laura's shirt isn't Laura's name. And I did actually think that was her name. So I was looking at the team sheet. Anyway, Dawn Watson. If Dawn can use 1 red as a guide, that would be good. Yes, she's going for it. That's a takeout weight. The speed at which Dawn... Look at that. Yes. Yeah, well, that's 1 away. Credit to her for going for it. Pleasantries exchanged there. That's nice to see. Between Simon and Dawn. That was a good shot. And it was. Took 1 away. It does mean, however, that James is probably going to... I say probably, not sort of saying it in jest, but probably put a stone in the house there. Sit for 3. If the stone doesn't end close to any of the other stones, that would be preferable. Dawn can't take them all out at once with 1 stone. That's the theory, anyway. He needs to slow down. The team is sweeping it. Not quite. Stone can use that outside stone as a guide and roll in now. Yep, that's what they're looking at. Like a Mystic Meg. I've got to put the lottery numbers on when I get home. This shot does not need to be overly heavy. They can somehow tuck in behind the 2 guards at the front. That would be more than ideal. Sadly, it's going to catch one of them. Oh, goodness. Yep. Okay, so we're looking at a 3 minimum here. James Pougher just anywhere in the house. Anywhere in the house could take a 4 here. That would be a big body blow to Dawn Watson's team. Tried her best. That was okay. Didn't miss it by a lot. I'd have probably missed that. Then again, I'm not a sort of world level curler. Not much of a compliment, is it? The majority of people would have missed that. Does mean, though, sadly, James can draw for 4. And he's going to as well. That's well played. Yes. Wow. Okay, 4 red. And just when you think Dawnwood is making a comeback, James Pougher's rink gets a 4. Wow. At the end of 6 ends, James Pougher's rink leads Dawn Watson 8 stones to 3. As we go into the 7th, the business end of this beautiful game. Opportunities are few and far between. If you're ahead, all you have to do is coast. If you're behind, you've got to take your chances. Here's Martin Lloyd. I won't trouble James too much. Just fill the guards up. As long as Dawn doesn't get a 5, it's still possible. As long as Dawn doesn't get a 5 here, Judge James won't be too troubled. The team can ease up ever so slightly. It's quite the opposite for Dawn's though. Every shot counts. Here's Charlotte Meikle. Well, not quite. Could this be the end? Literally and figuratively. Martin Lloyd. It would be nice if the stone entered the house. It's not essential though. Remember, all James's team has to do here is coast. It's like driving your car on an economy drive. You don't necessarily have to go top speed, you just have to get there. That's well played. I've never driven my car on an economy drive, sorry. Still holding on to the joys of a petrol engine. Anyway, enough about me. That was a wonderful stone by Martin Lloyd. Front of the house. Now Charlotte Meikle's given that a little bit more weight. So that should get there. With belief and purpose, the stone will get there. Believe, achieve. And all those other sayings. Yes. Hits the red. That's perfect. Well, it's... No, it is the shot. Luke Mayers, I would have thought, take out the blue. If he misses it, that's okay. All they have to do is coast. I hate to repeat myself. It's like an Olympic runner at the final hurdle. You've just got to get there. Whether you get there in style, though, it needs to stay. Yes. Wonderful. Emily Sandwith, her first stone of this, the 7th. Could this potentially be Dawn Watson's last end? I sincerely hope not. We did start at 3:30. Take the blue and stay. It's going to hit it square. Yep, fine. A 1 here isn't going to make that much difference, unfortunately. Luke Mayers, all Luke has to do is take that blue. And he will. Well, he should. I can't say whether he will or not, only he can decide that. But relatively open house. We've seen shots missed today in open houses. Sorry to keep plugging that point. Needs to draw. Fine. Yes. Emily Sandwith. One of the most graceful techniques I have seen. Just one movement, there we go. Doesn't need to be heavy, just needs to get there. It's going to get there. Is it going to stay there? Yes, that's well played. Now, here's the question for you. Can Simon see enough of it to take it away? James is having a look at it. I think James can see enough of it, but James is standing right behind it. Can Simon see enough of it? As Laura glides her way in preparation for her shot. It's not her turn yet, though. Here's Simon Pougher. As you see him glide away. Oh, that's tight, unfortunately. That's very tight. Goodness me. Maybe Simon couldn't see it. James put his hands up. Well, I tried. Don't get too disheartened, James. Play the numbers. So far, you're winning. With 4 stones to go, it is still mathematically possible for Laura to get a potential, well, on paper, potential 5. But I'd say a 2 or a 3 here would be okay. That's tight again, unfortunately. Ugh, dear me. It's all gone the shape of the pear. That's pear-shaped, for people who don't know. Simon's second stone. Now James has James has moved the brush. Can you see the brush now? Oh, goodness. Something to talk about on the way home. Having said that, it's it's wide enough. I mean, goodness, just needs to slow. That's fine. Second stone, second shot. Dawn still sitting 1 in this end, which is fine. Takes the score to 8-4 if the end was to end here. Sadly, it's not. There's another few stones to play. Tight again, unfortunately. Where's the line gone? Making it difficult for yourself now. Einstein, the definition of insanity is doing something over and over again and expecting the same, well, expecting different results, I suppose, or all the same. Anyway, one of those quotes is by Einstein. This could be the final end. Could be. James Pougher doesn't need to do an awful lot here. 1 down in this end. 5 up in the game. Stone has been released. How cutthroat is James Pougher? Let's find out. Not that cutthroat, it's not drawing. Nice weight though. I think he may have got that. Everybody's having a look. Blue might still have it. Dawn doesn't think so. Chances are Dawn is going to try and sit on with her shot. Try and sit on that red. So there's no discussion. Certainly where the brush is. Even a wick off that red stone. Still on the cards. What is Dawn's magic number? The number at which you shake hands and say thank you very much indeed, but I'm out this time. Everybody's magic number is different. Here's Dawn Watson. It doesn't need to be overly heavy here. T-weight, I'd imagine. It's past the first guards, that's fine. Past the second guards. It's in the house. Oh, it may knock. Well, that's okay. That's plan B. Or C, or Z. But that, yes, right, now. You saw the gesture there between James and Simon. This could potentially be the last end. Let's end this. No, that's full, yeah. That has to be full weight, down the centre line. Yeah. The blink and you've missed it shot. Here's James Pougher. I wouldn't sweep this, gentlemen. It's going to go past you very, very quickly. At least that's what I think the gesture was. I could be wrong. It could be a nice draw to the house. That could be draw weight. I can't be quite sure. The vice skip wants James to hit something. Needs to have the legs though. This could be close now. Let's have a look. I don't think it's got the legs to make any major change. No. That's a shame. I was expecting him to go for the power shot. That way I could have done a nice link. Power and glory, something like that. Never mind. Dawn Watson. Still having a look. I'm not sure Dawn's convinced that she still has the shot. But Dawn also has, and indeed this is, the final stone, the final rock of this, the 7th. It's a wonderful, when I started curling, I think it was 4 or 5 years ago now, somebody from another ice rink said to me, one of the things you must always remember to say if you're talking about a game, or if you think a game was close, is that the game did not reflect the score. And I've always sort of rubbished that saying, I suppose, But truly, this game, the standard of play, the level of play does not reflect the scoreline. Credit to both teams. I don't mean that in a patronising way, I'm being totally serious. Credit to both teams. Watch the player back. Of course, there were some opportunities that maybe you could have taken advantage of, but all in all, despite the scoreline, a close game. Although this stone, I don't think will be very close. Now they're looking. One blue. Is it one blue? I think it's one blue. Are we going into an 8th end after one blue? Does Dawn fancy this for a comeback? Maybe. I think the one blues helped it out considerably. I think if Dawn's team didn't score in that end, I'd probably approach shake hand stage. 8-4 as we head into the 8th end. Microphone's live, excuse me. It's decided to move. I didn't ask it to move. Charlotte Meikle. As we begin end number 8. That's fine. That's well played. Let's see. Has Martin Lloyd recovered from his curling accident? Will his delivery change in any way? No, the delivery's unchanged. Get back on the horse, I think. I'm not talking gibberish, that is a saying. Anywhere in the house. That's fine. Yes. That's fine. Hand goes up. Thank you very much indeed, Charlotte. Yes. Another well-played stone there by Martin Lloyd. 2 stones. 2 stones played, 2 stones in the house. Emily Sandwith. Went for the takeout. Needs to stay out. It's not staying out, unfortunately. Okay. Oh, goodness me. Same again. I wouldn't sweep that dome. That's going through without your help. Yes, unlucky Luke. It's getting towards the end of the day. Players are getting tired. If Emily can take out here, looks a better line. Yes! That's not going anywhere. Wonderful. Well, it is. It's drifting out of the house, just touching on the barrier. I wonder if anyone's going to check if that's in or out. There we go. Now James is having a look. Luke just needs to fire a stone anywhere in the house. Doesn't matter. North, east, south, west, it's all the same. Anywhere in the house, anywhere that's counting. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Luke, I've jinxed that again. It's always Luke's shots for some reason. No disrespect, Luke. I don't mean to jinx your stones. Here is Laura Beaver. Laura can take the red here. Better from Laura. Sweepers are on it. Just outside the house. That's okay. Leaves an opportunity for future shots. Simon Pougher. The vice skip. Yes. Is it going to stop? Yes, it is. That's well played by Simon. Sadly, not a lot you can say about this end so far. All the shots have been predictable. None of the shots really in this end, apart from Dawn's, need to be unpredictable. Remember, it is Pougher's team who are coasting, just trying to sort of, not quite limp, but jog to the end instead of a sprint. Here's Laura Beaver. Oh, that's unlucky. Line looked okay. James giving exactly the same ice. Literally exactly the same ice as he has for the majority of this end. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. 2 up in the end so far. looking to sit on the red that's already there. Yes. And the sweepers are just going for a nice stroll. Not needed there at all. Thank you very much indeed, Simon. Now, what can Dawn do here? I would have thought it's the same as ends gone by. Use one red as a guide. Dawn doesn't have last stone, unfortunately, this end. Does this look at this looks okay? This looks okay. John Watson takes one away, takes two away. That's well played. And remains for shot. That's perfect. What was I saying about unpredictable? Well done, Dawn. Open the game up, some consolation. It is that, unfortunately, at the moment. 8-5, but for how long? Bear in mind, James has 2 stones to play. Dawn only has 1. James Pougher. Playing the numbers. Is he going to try and be sneaky and wick? Oh, it could land inside. If it lands at all, that's well played. Dawn Watson just having a quick debrief before her final stone of this end and possibly the afternoon. Yes. Yes, needs to finish behind the blue though. That's okay. Yes. James Pougher, his final stone in this, the 8th end. Down in the end by 1, ahead in the game by 4. I think, though, James is still going for the takeout. Certainly what he gestured as he was gliding up the ice. Yes, this is still a takeout attempt. It's losing power, though. And it's in. Oh, right, hang on. Measure has been called. All the stones that do not need measured will be moved. Just leaving the 2 there. There's the handshake. The game is over. Are they still going to get the umpire in? Probably. No. Well, that ended pretty well. James Pougher's team pulling out the win. Over Dom Watson's rink, 8 stones to 4. If you bear with me, I will see if any of the scores are still up. It could be that the umpire's taken them down in preparation for tomorrow. Stay with us. Okay, we have the latest scores. Thank you for staying with us so far. Let's see if we can catch the tail end of one of these games. Okay, both of the games featured are after 7 ends. So, possibly the last end in both of the games. Okay, the game that you are looking at now, Sheet F. Rhys Phillips' team are trailing. Against Andrew Tanner. Tanner leading 6 stones to 4 as you look at it. Having said that, looking at the score, Phillips' team lying 1 so far. And you're just seeing the handshake of the other game that is featured. (6-4) on sheet C. That's how it will end. I don't think they're counting the last end. So that's that one. So the game that you're watching now is the last game to be featured this afternoon. Game 3 of this afternoon session. Just a quick reminder, we hope that you will join us tomorrow. We have 2 sessions tomorrow, one beginning at 9 a.m. and the final, whoever it may well be, whoever it is, the final will be played tomorrow at 1 p.m. So 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. tomorrow. We will be covering the final, but I'm not sure who will be covering in the morning session, so I will find out. I think this could be the end. Everyone's having a quick discussion. Bear in mind these players have to play tomorrow as well. Maybe one more end left, I think. After 7. It's good practice. Okay, so this should be Mike Thatcher. And the first stone was played by Peter Schofield. We've met both of these teams already today. Remember, this is the final game that is played live, if you like. One game remaining. Apologies for the lighting quality. It is getting late in the day. Okay, this should be Peter Schofield again. Mike Thatcher for his final stone. And I assume the final end. This is end number 9. So it must be a close game for people to keep continuing. Bear in mind 2 games tomorrow. Well, 1 definite. Andy Hanna, there should be. Now, the reason I'm not saying as much in this game is because I haven't seen this game played. Both games that we are featuring, the majority of them are finished, but they were still relatively close. So we're sticking with this one for the future. Okay, the reason we are staying with this game is because after 8 ends, the score is tied, 6 stones all. Tanner is playing the yellow stones. Oh, is he? Let's have a look. No, Tanner's playing blue. Right, Tanner's playing blue. Phillips is playing yellow. Phillips' team 1 up. This truly is a fight to the finish. And the microphone is down, excuse me. It happens. Apologies. It's getting so intense, even the mic's doing a runner. That's take out weight. You'll hear the shouting any second now. I think even Andrew's going to start shouting. No, silent assassin. That's why he's not shouting, it's offline. Still all to play for. After 8 ends, the score is tied. This was not our featured game. All the other games have ended, and there was a definite winner in each. This is the final one that we are featuring today. The rink of Rhys Phillips, who we've already met, versus the rink of Andrew Tanner, who we've already met. So we've seen both these teams in action, obviously against other teams. This is Gary Coombs, who is the vice skip for Rhys Phillips. protecting that one. High fives are back in action. We can roll. It's taken one away. Phillips' team still sitting one. This is crucial now. Getting to the finishing point of this game. And it's all in Gary Coombs' hands. Gary and Reese discussing the next move. If ever there was a time for discussion, it's now. Scores are all tied. Business end, truly a business end. Could still go horribly wrong for either team. I sincerely hope it doesn't. Stone has been released at some pace. And already Reese thinks it's either wide or he's waving the sweepers off. That'll be waving the sweepers off. Looks okay. Has it got the legs? It's the first time I've said that today. Not quite. Still guarding. Andrew Tanner having a look. Is there any possible outshot here? The same shot as Gary went for, I'd imagine. That's another takeout stone. Yes. Hit the wrong end of it. Oof. This is tense. This is really tense. It could just be me. Coffee withdrawal symptoms. But no, I think this is genuinely intense. forward to Wick. Won't have the legs, unfortunately. Just maximum power. That's what I would think. This, by memory, is Andrew Tanner. Because we joined this game quite late on. By the time I've calibrated the graphics, the game would be over. So by memory, this is Andrew Tanner. You can see I was done with some weight. Andrew Tanner playing blue in this game. Oh. Never mind. There's the handshake. It is all over. That is the end of today's coverage. Tanner's, Phillips' team pulling out a 7-6 win over Andrew Tanner. That is your full score. That is your curling fix for the day. Thank you so much for joining us on day 2 of the Welsh Championships 2016 live from Dumfries Ice Bowl. We will be with you tomorrow from 9 AM. We hope to see you there. I've been Michael Greaves Mackintosh. Thank you once again. Have a very good evening.